All right, guys. Now I'd like to just kind of bolt on a bit of an attack to the last movement. And sometimes, again, what we were talking about before, going from A, B, C. This would be, you're not going directly from the waiter sweep to crab ride, but this is going to be a common scenario that kind of exists when your opponent powers outside of your waiter sweep or you allow them to do so. You're going to transition through the deep half into crab ride where you're going to start to be able to attack your opponent. So here we are in the waiter, and Frank extends his leg. I'm immediately turning my body into the space, applying pressure with by expanding towards his hands. I'm going to take my free foot on the back side, lift slightly to allow my head out the back, and start to move to the crab. Sometimes I'll be able to drag him down to his hips. Sometimes Frank is going to hold his base there powerfully, and it might be challenging. I might have to start to try to do other things to break him down or try to climb. But ultimately, I'm doing my best to move directly behind him. But in order to accomplish that without maintaining, like being super tangled so that both of my feet can end up behind him, what I'm doing is expanding my body, rotating through the deep half, so transitioning positions and utilizing kind of multiple, I guess, a shift in my body position to attack. So if we go again. My right ankle is sliding to the notch behind the heel, right behind the Achilles on Frank's. My hands are going to his hips, and I'm dragging him down, doing my best to slide his foot off the mat simultaneously. So one more time. So to go slowly, he extends. I'm rotating my shoulder into position. This foot, my right foot, is going to slink behind Frank's. I'm going to lift slightly, posting my left foot on the ground. That's going to allow me to rotate and slide my head out the back. I'm bringing that knee close to me because this is my defensive shield. Again, what I want to avoid having happen, if you don't mind popping up, please, is for Frank to drop through that gap here. I'm doing my best to keep him outside of my defensive shell. Could you hold your base, please? And if for whatever reason he's able to hold his base, I have check 1 behind his knee, check 2 behind his ankle, and I'm going to drag his hips down to the floor and do my best to climb onto the seatbelt. It can get a little bit beyond the scope of what we're doing here, but what's again important is your ability to shift your body position relative to your opponents as they power out of your positions is going to be absolutely critical. Sometimes you're going to be able to be in a mechanically strong enough spot that you can hold on and stop him from doing anything. Other times you're going to want to harness that momentum, particularly against very, very powerful people, to slink into the space so that you're not kind of caught behind the 8 ball. You're moving with the grain of the position, with the flow of the position. And as the space between their legs opens, you're utilizing it, sliding behind them, and continuing your